Hey guys, welcome back to Sid Meier's Civilization 6, Germany as Frederick, and we are continuing our gameplay. I realized that I did not end up looting this particular barbarian camp, and the reference to India, kind of comic little warrior corps here. They also do not have iron apparently, or else they would be musketmen. So we are going to continue on as we were going to pursue France. And we have a choice here in our tech tree. And let's see, I think we moved along well enough that maybe we can just go ahead and make that push. This is a very unorthodox game in retrospect, because I would be a little more focused on city development and such. But right now, this was just really kind of a demonstration. Actually, this was a pre-patch game from the latest patch that we've recently had. So, but anyway, it was just to illustrate King version or King difficulty, and just the things that you would face in King difficulty, and how I typically manage it as far as, you know, general practices and dealing with neighboring civs and such. So we'll just keep marching on and we'll get through this game. But it is a little unconventional. I think I want to go to Thebes for the food. I like that we can get food from Egypt. At some point we will be able to get production as well, which is always nice. Have some musketmen being made, as well as some bombards, which will make our taking of India a little bit easier. I'm so tempted to do a two-front war to kind of, you know, get us past this game and on to the newer patch version. But it seemed to carry over pretty well in this game. I haven't seen too many discrepancies as far as play. I'm not excited about how my cities are faring here. Normally I stay right on top of that and take care of them, make sure they're not going into any particular, or having any particular issues. And just amazing that we're already at spy level. We'll go ahead and make one just to kind of protect our own area, particularly in science, because we are pretty much leading in this game, with the exception of religion and culture. But we're only second, and it's funny because we're not even working on culture, but it's just that we're really just rapidly moving through the game. And let's see, we'll just go ahead and maybe sweep this scout around as well as this one. So we'll just bring him down here just to, oh, we don't have, let's see, we have shipbuilding, okay. Allows us to embark. That's fine. We'll figure that out later. That's kind of strange. He should be able to embark. We'll go ahead and upgrade our guy here. Hills and terrains, since that is mostly what we're contending with. Let's go ahead and move a guy down here, and we'll take that camp out entirely. Speaking of taking out, we'll take out the scout. Just like that. And whichever of these two units gets here first will be fine. We'll post up. So we're a little ways away from ballistics. Well, actually we have ballistics, okay. We are actually moving quite along very rapidly here. We could use money though. Something that we'll have to focus on, but I've not made a lot of banks. As I mentioned earlier, that, you know, it's a bit unconventional game, so I've not really put a whole lot of attention on city development. Banking being one that I focus on as well. So, yeah, see, we're just lacking in the cash right now to even upgrade our guys. Don't think it's really necessary in retrospect, but let's go ahead and we'll get a bank here. And we'll check our other cities. I think I want to go ahead and just march to France right now. Let's just go ahead and just start working our way up that way. And I think we'll be fine with the units that we have to take France. I don't think they're as advanced. Matter of fact, let's just kind of take a quick look here and see where they are. Well, she's third in science, but she's at 51.3 at 28 techs, and we're at 30. So we're 2 techs ahead of her. So I would imagine that maybe she doesn't have too difficult of an army. I say optimistically. This guy's just going to hang back here and watch. And keep watch of our area. But I think we'll go ahead and we'll make that push to France. Why not? Let's go ahead and do it. We'll keep an eye on some other city management type stuff too. Particularly getting our gold going. Protection all cities. I'm kind of liking what we have here. Don't see any reason to change governments right now. We could start working our way to suffrage. Except, let's see here. Work our way to suffrage. Yeah, we're a little ways away from it, but we're going to want to get to suffrage to work our next government. We're a little ways along the way there. As a matter of fact, we might even want to maybe put a little bit of focus on culture too, so that we can get our culture going and work our way through the civics tree. This bombard will be nice. I have to confess, really tempted at making that push towards India. But the problem with India is its approach. We need to figure out what's going on. Is that all cliffs? Wow, that's all cliffs right there. So we have to come all the way up here. Oh, we could probably grab the settler, although I don't need one. I think the game knows we don't need a settler, and it's just teasing us with settlers. I think it's going to be worth going ahead and doing him as a bombard. Absolutely. I think that's a great idea. I really honestly think... Well, the problem with going after India right now, as bravely as we're doing it, is that they do have walls. Is much more fun. And, you know, maybe the bombards will be adequate. However, 2 front armies can be difficult, because you just don't know what's going to pop up or what's going to happen. We got a bombard here. You know, I'm really half tempted to do it. Why not? You know, we're having fun. Let's just go ahead. We kind of... I don't want to just get the game over with to get it over with, but we're just playing this to have fun and get you guys accustomed to some of the gameplay, the mechanics of Sid Meier's. Good old Civ 6. A little torn here. It's amazing to think that we could go ahead and get replacement parts already. And see, I'm just trying to get like a good beeline. So 6. So we can go ahead and we'll go ahead and just pick up both castles and siege tactics and maybe work our way to some cavalry. Because we will need money to upgrade units. That's the thing that I'm trying to work around right now, is the fact that we will need money to get our guys upgraded. I think we do already have professional army. Or is it mercenaries? Yeah. 50% discount to all units, but we still need the cash. Alright, so speaking of cities, we're going to want to get our commercial district now to get some money rolling. Where are our districts here? Along this area right here. So, not the most ideal plan. Not terrible, because I can still put the commercial hub right here along the water, and maybe some additional districts along here. However, as we mentioned a few moments ago, this is a very unconventional game. And let's see, I'm trying to see, I want to want at least 3 musketmen going to France. And that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to send musketmen up that way. And right here, speaking of districts, man, we don't even have a campus yet. Which I can't say I'm overly concerned about, but a commercial hub would certainly be good. I'm not crazy about putting one here, though. I might even do a commercial hub and then a harbor, but then we'd have to make it on top of the crab. Is that next to water? No. It's not overly concerning that it is, but you know what? We're going to go ahead and put it right there. And we can get in the water. Great. That's going to be kind of funny capturing that settler, but we just have no need for one. Alright, we're marching to France. Paris. Let's see, you know what? Maybe I should have converted him to a bombard. Right, and our knight. I think I'm going to leave our knight here to guard Kyoto. I hope you guys had a great holiday. Oh boy, it was busy. Busy, busy, busy. A lot going on here. A lot of stuff going on in the family and just general things. So that's kept me busy. And then, of course, if you guys are keeping up with H1Z1 and with Landmark, although I've not covered Landmark in a while, the game was discontinued, which is kind of saddening. I had kind of planned my whole channel, really. I had built the channel around Landmark to reintroduce the franchise flagship of SOE and now Daybreak. Alright, guys, let's go with a commercial hub. Oh, I don't want to make it on that stone. But we'll probably make it here. We'll make it next to the library. With this being our unconventional game, we'll let ourselves get away with that for now. You know what? I am just going to avoid that settler altogether. You know what? Let's do it. Let's just go for India and then push these guys up towards France. We'll go through the water and head up that way because we'll be able to take Springar. Or Springar, yeah, Springar pretty quickly. I'm going to heal this guy up, take that camp, get the money. Post him up here. Gandhi might get a little suspicious here, but that's fine. Keep the knight here as well. The pikeman. And let's see, I think 2 musketmen and the 3 bombards will be more than enough in India. So let's go ahead and keep moving our musketmen forward. Our crossbowmen are going to be really helpful in this next siege. Here we go. We have another musketman here too, so we will have 3 musketmen and plenty of ranged, so we'll be fine. Now, of course, we just have that long march. See, everyone's made their move. Okay. So I have a few more king victories under my belt, so I'm kind of happy about that. Getting a little more confident with playing on king now. So much, I think, of the game is utilizing and paying attention to how you set up your cities and where you set up your districts, because you can set it up quite nicely. I've got into a pattern of where I'm doing kind of like a square with my cities and putting some of the districts kind of towards the center so that it's all kind of focused in like a city center square. And that seems to work pretty well. It's not perfectly ideal in all situations and circumstances, but it's working pretty well for me. Let's see if there's a city that could benefit from a trade route itself here across our cities. Wow, those units in there really block a lot of stuff, don't they? It looks like Athens could use one, although he's got one. We could send one to our Athenian city here. I believe this was an Athenian city. Yeah, it was. Alright, so let's just move it there. Oh, it's ocean tile, isn't it?
Organisms don't think
That's
of
okay. We
CO2
can
as
get on here.
poison. Plants and organisms that make shells.
Yep.
Coral.
Yeah, we can get there right along that stone. We have a little... Looks like we got to contend with this barbarian camp here, but we should be able to take care of it. No problem. Let's go ahead and take our shot. Get a little experience. As a matter of fact, we'll probably be able to level that crossbowman up, actually. As we trek along, trek along. I'm going to keep him here and just work with the musketmen, and we'll just take out this little barbarian camp. Yeah. Amenities. So we're continuing with housing issues too. Such is the life of playing it as a war game. And we're being denounced as a warmonger. I'm surprised that Gandhi has not gotten suspicious yet. That was one of the adjustments the team had made to the game, in that we could get right up along our border next to their border and not be constantly harassed and harangued about what our intent is and what we are planning to do. Go to Thebes. I know we're sending a lot of these to Thebes, but I certainly don't want to go to India or France, so Thebes it is. Although Valletta would be some nice production. Let's go to Valletta. And we'll declare war here in a moment. If he says something, we'll go to war. If not, we'll just continue preparing our units. And moving along. I have actually found myself using the battering ram even in my late game. You know, the bonuses still work. And it's not targeted that often. So why not use it? By targeted, I mean we don't get attacked, or it doesn't get attacked in and of itself because it's attached to a unit. What I do like, though, is attaching a medic to my units. I'm really enjoying the medic. Boy, you talk about being able to get up right in the grill of a city and fight. That medic that you attach to the unit is fantastic. Something I would strongly encourage you guys to consider. Yet, oh, he's just announcing us? Okay, well, you're going to be more than that in a minute. You're going to be hating us. This chariot is really not going to have here. Okay, well, we'll just go ahead and turn it on now.
My attempts to avoid violence have failed. An eye for an eye only makes the world blind.
Yes, it does. Give war a chance, Gandhi. Give war a chance. Alright, let's go ahead and light him up. Warrior Core, that is hysterical. But we never want to underestimate an enemy. So, are we at war? Apparently we are. No. Yes, we are at war, but that's just a war cart. I really don't want to attack him. No, we're not at war with him. Who's this? What city is this? Is this Toronto? Yeah, we're at war with Toronto. We'll just pass through. I'm not going to waste my time with their units. It just isn't worth it. Alright, so we have our spy, too. Alright. Oh, wow. This city actually has a decent amount of districts. Okay. Well, let's see. Bombard it is. You cannot have enough artillery. Not enough. You can never have enough artillery. Because, of course, you're going to break your units down into corps and then an army later. So 9, if you want to just have like 9 of each. Well, not of each particular unit, but if you want to start the game off with working your way towards the number 9, I find to be a good. All right, well, in our capital, we will keep him here, and we'll guard our science. We're just going to just bypass Toronto like they aren't even there. There's no point messing with them. Oh, wow. Okay, he's got an ironclad. Interesting. Where is he in science? Yeah, he's right behind us. Well, he's got an ironclad, so that's something we need to keep an eye on. But apparently he doesn't have iron or niter, because his units just, you know, obviously the guy, he's still using warriors, so, oh boy. Where did our bombard get hit from? I guess the city bombardment. Toronto, today's your lucky day. We are going right by you, my friend. Major defeat, huh? I knew those war elephants were tough, but against musketmen? Wow, I did not anticipate that, or would not have anticipated that. We're going to be careful here with our scout, but I do want to see what's going on. May even have to bring these units around. You know, I might do that, you know, now that I have, or now that we're at war with Toronto, I can actually come around. We will need to be mindful of that ironclad. So although our sights were set on France, it looks like India is going to be our target. Oh boy, there goes our scout. Our little scout. Minding its own business. Well, that's why we have our other scout over here.
All the best romances blue.
But at least he gave us Pantana there. Oh, wow. Great. So our encampment will reach all the way over there. We'll go ahead and take him out. I guess he's going to concede this city to us because the elephant is gone. Alright, and we'll just pass our way through here. Whoops. No, not yet. Not France just yet. Well, we're going to have to take him out simply because he will attack the archers or the crossbowmen. So, yeah, this guy really needs some help. So, thieves it is. Actually, send him to Kyoto. Well, I do want the gold, so let's go to Thebes. We'll get 9 gold. And I don't see any reason to get faith. But our gold is increasing now. I just think that's amazing that that war elephant is that strong, because we're not going to be able to form corps until nationalism. Yeah, see, we had to make it to nationalism before we can start making corps. And holy smokes, that elephant, though. Weird. And since we're already dealing with warmonger penalty, I will probably just raise this city right here. We lost a unit. Oh, right, we lost the scout. All right, let's see. We're going to work our way towards rifling. I tell you, I really like cavalry, especially in the late game. So what I do is I form them into an army, two separate sets of cavalry. And you know how when you're playing the game, some of the civs can just run away with the game? If you make 2 or 3 army cavalries and just send those guys over there because they get the 4 additional movement and just move into the city and just start wrecking whatever improvements and districts that they have, that is going to help them win the game, I find that that's incredibly helpful. So if you guys don't really feel like going to war straight up or sending units all the way across the map, have your cavalry ready and just send those guys across. We're going to end it right here, guys. It's why I spent that extra amount of time conversing with you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the PMs I get on Twitter, in the game, and others. I do understand your frustration when it comes to warmongering and some of the other things you're experiencing in the game. I appreciate you guys hanging in there, and I will see you in the next game.